Hi digital marketers, this is Faisal Amin. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will try to show you how to set up Facebook conversion API and you can say server-side tracking by using of Google Tag Manager. So already you can see that I am set up web conversion tracking for browser site. Now today I am trying to set up server-side tracking. So if you do not our part 1 video, then firstly I recommended you can watching this video and set up the web conversion tracking as well as browser side tracking, then come back to this tutorial. So firstly you have to create a server container. So already I am creating the server container. Just I am show you how to set up the server container. Just to click the plus sign and here you have to giving the any kind of name. Just I am typing my name and click the server and then create. That is the giving the window and giving a code. This code you have to use in the step.io. Here you have to put the container config code. I also giving the another link on the description box, which is how to set up first party domain or custom domain for your server side tracking. I am recommended you have to watching those video, then you can understand how to create a custom domain for that. So I am already create a custom domain for that, and this is my server container. And if you go to the settings options, I'm also paste the custom domain URL in our server container. This URL we have to find out in the step.io. I hope you understand. So let's back to the main task. Go to the text section and create a new. Firstly, we have to include our Google tag. Now we are giving the dummy tag ID. That is not create a problem. You have interested, then you can create a new GA4 property, and from measurement ID you can copy the tag ID and paste it here. But in my case I am just using the dummy tag ID. So I am copy it because again and again we have need to use this tag ID. So I am just creating a variable for that. So create a plus sign and again create a plus sign and then constant and paste the value and giving the variable name, that is GA4 tag. Save it and we are just removing our ID because we are already create a constant value for the tag ID. Now back to the configure settings and create a add parameter. First one is send page view, that will be the true. This is also covers the our page view event for server side tracking. And then server container URL, we are just go to our step.io and copy our first party domain, and you can say that custom domain, copy it and back to the GTM container and paste the URL. Now create another parameter, event ID. I already created that, but I am just show you how to create the event ID. So click the plus sign, again click the plus sign, and that you have to find out event ID here, just giving the variable name. Then you can able to create a event ID variable. So event ID, and then we have to create a FBC variable. That parameter name will be the X FB CK FBP. So we are creating the variable for that. Then click the plus sign and also click the plus sign, and that will be the first party cookie, and just type underscore FBP, and finally that giving the variable name DLB FBP. Save it, that will be the adjust with our value. And second one is FBC, just we copy from the FBP, just change the C, and again we have to create another variable for that. Click the plus sign, again click the plus sign, variable first party cookies and the underscore FBC. Here we giving the variable name, that is DLB FBC. So we have done. Then click the save button, that will be the adjust with our value section. And now we have to create a event time parameter, event underscore time, and then we have to create a variable that will be the custom JavaScript variable, that is the giving the short code. That code I will be include in the description box. You can copy from that and create easily custom JavaScript variable from the event time. And here we have to giving a variable name, that is event time. Save it. Then we have to create another parameter, that is first party collection. That will be the true. We are almost done for the page view event. Now we are adding the trigger. So for that we are select the all pages, because we are creating the page view event for the all pages. Finally, just giving the tag name, that is FB SS means server side, that is the page view. Save the tag. Now time to create a view item event. So for that, click it, and in the Google Analytics sections, select the Google Analytics GA4 event and measurement ID. Already we have to create. So just we add the tag ID, that will be automatically tick mark. Event name will be the view item, and then event parameter sections, we have to add event ID. Already we have to create event ID, so we just put in that. Second one is text FB CK FBC, that will be the FBC. Already we have created, just adding here. And second one is FBP, just to copy from that, just we change the C, and here we have to add FBP. Select it. And fourth one is again first party collection will be the true, true. And then we have to put our most necessary event parameter, that is X FB CD content underscore type. That will be the product we are already using for our web conversion tracking. Next one is we just copy from it and paste it. That is the content name. So we just change the type and putting the name. Here we have to giving the parameter value, that is we are already created for the web conversion tracking. If you watching the first video, then you can understand where it comes from this parameters value. So we just searching the content name, so DLB item name, and again we just copy from it and paste it. Third one is IDs, so we just giving the name IDs, and here also we adding our parameter, that is DLB item ID. And then last one is value. We have to giving the price for the view item event, that will be the DLB item price. We just selected it, and again we have to add another one, that is currency, and adding the value. I already told you in the first video we have to discuss each and everything. If you watching the first video, then you can create easily any kind of variable for your require event. So we are already provided all of event parameters for the view item event. Then we have to set up the trigger. So already we have to create a trigger for our web conversion tracking. Now we just selected the event view item. You can see that, just select it. We have to add in trigger. Just finally, we have to add a tag name, that is FBSS view item event. Save it. We are already completed two events. One is page view, second one is view item. So for add to cart, we are just copy the view item and just change the event name, that will be the working for us. So copy the view item, and we have to change it for the add to cart event. So we are just change the name, that will be the add to cart. And here we have to change the also the event name, that is add to cart. The event parameters are same for the view item and also the add to cart. No need to change anything, just we have to change our ticker, because this ticker is not working, that this ticker is for the view item. Now we have to put the add to cart ticker for the add to cart event. So just adding our triggering sections and find out the add to cart event. Here you can see that add to cart. So we have done for the add to cart and save this. Again, we have to follow the same process. We just copy the add to cart, and then we have to change the name of this tag. Our fourth event is begin checkout event. Then we have to change the event name, that is begin checkout. And here will be the little more change, which is for the content name. We have to change it because checkout event is not a working for the one product. Checkout is working for multiple product, and also purchase will be the work for the multiple product. If you have any visitor on your website, they have to buy multiple product, and this checkout sections, the all product information will be the track. So we have to create a custom JavaScript variable, which we have created video one. Just we have to adding this value for content name. So we just finding the custom JavaScript item name. Here we can see that CGS item name. Just we have to add this, and again the same process for the content ID. We have to find out the item ID, CGS item ID. We have to find out, just adding here, and for the value we have to add the total value. So we have to find the total value, and the currency will be the same. Here we do not any kind of change for the currency. So now we have to change the trigger. So adding the trigger for our begin checkout, here you can see that event checkout we are adding here. Just save it. We are almost done. Now create for the purchase event. So again we have to open the begin checkout event and copy the tag for our purchase event, and here we have to change the tag name. Tag name will be the purchase, and here also the event name will be the purchase. And now we have to adding more parameters because we have to send the user data information to our Facebook event manager. So firstly, we have to understand what is the user provided data. If you go to the tag assistant and the purchase event and go to the data layer sections, you can see that our billing user information, that you can see that name, first name, last name, addresses, city, state, postcode, country, etc. All of are that user information. So Facebook are recommended that if you send any purchase event, then you can also send with the user information with the purchase event. So that we have to create a lots of parameter for that. So now we have to create user provided data. So firstly, we are sending user data email addresses. So now we have to create the variable, that is click the plus sign and also click the plus sign and the data layer variable and go to our data layer. How can we find the email address? So for that, firstly, we have to pick the water data, then go to the customer here, and then third one is billing, and fourth one is email hash. I recommended you must be send the email hash. Facebook are recommended the email hash, not a single email. So I am, according to my data layer, I am sending the all of information. So firstly, copy the water data, paste it, and dot. Again, go to the data layer, copy the customer dot, copy the billing, paste it, dot, and finally we have to find out the email hash. We are seeing that here is a 2 email hash. You can pick any one. So I'm just pick the first one and paste the email hash. So we are done for email address, just to giving the variable name, that is DLB email. Save it. Our email address are added with our event parameter. Second one is phone number. So user data dot phone number. So again the same process. I am just completing the process for the time savings. After that I will back to again and see you what I am included in the event data. So I am just putting all of the user information. You can see that first name, last name, country, and I am just create a variable as it is, how I am pick the user information from the data layer. So last one is important, that is transaction ID. So I am creating this now. So plus sign, again plus sign, and then data layer variable, and that go to the tag assistant, and where we can find out the transaction ID. Here you can see that under the e-commerce we can see the transaction ID. So that we have to copy the e-commerce from the data layer and back to our Google Tag Manager, e-commerce, and dot, And again, we have to copy the transaction ID from here. So I copy the transaction ID from it and paste it. So finally, we have to just giving the variable name, that is DLB transaction ID, save it. We are putting all of event parameters for the purchase event. Now we can adding the trigger. So find out the trigger, that is event purchase. We are all done. Just save it. And finally, we are going to submit this all of tag and publish. Now go back to our server container. So go to tag and create a new tag and tag configurations. We have to find out our targeted template, which is Facebook conversion API. So we are searching Facebook conversion API. So already I have added this. So I am selecting this step.io. Now we have to put the API access token. So we go to the event manager and go to the settings options and then scroll it. Here you can see that generate access token, and we just copy it, then paste the API access token, and then we have to put the Facebook pixel ID. Again, we can go to the settings option. Here we can see that dataset ID, that also name of the pixel ID. So copy the dataset ID and paste it. Text code, again for the text code we go to the text event. Here we can see that text code. We just copy the text code from it and paste it here. So we are almost done. Just triggering option, we have to need to create a new trigger. So click the plus sign and the custom some event, that will be the client name equals, that will be the GF4, because our all request coming in the GF4. That's why we have to adding our Google tag ID in our all tag. So finally we have the trigger name, that is GF4 client receive. Save it, and then we have to giving the tag name, that is Facebook or Meta conversion API. Save it. We are almost done. Just we have to submit this tag and the workspace. We have to go to the preview options for the server container as well as the browser container. We have to preview and check out that our all event is perfectly working or not. So our tag assistant connected with our website, continue, and you can see that in the right side our tag assistant connected with our website. So we are open multiple product and then add to cart, and also click that to cart, and here you can see our view content already working, page view already working. Just to go to the checkout option, click it and see our meta pixel helper already show that initial checkout event is working. And in the left side you have to providing the all user data, then finally click the purchase button or place an order button. Now check it out, our tag assistant. We can see that our all tag is fired perfectly. Page view item, add to cart, purchase, all of that. For the server container, we can see that our all event is success. That is our purchase event, that is our begin checkout event, that is our page view event, that is our view item event, all are working perfectly. So now time to check out that our event manager are received our all event or not. So we can see that our all event is perfectly working and the deduplicate the all event. Then you can see then 6:23. Now my computer time is 6:24. So we can see that our all event is working perfectly. And after sometimes in the overview sections, you can find out the all of informations for the all event. In the test event, we can see that our all event is perfectly working, and we have to send user data. The all our user data are showing here. You can see that also the use server container and the purchase event, and click the Facebook conversion API. And if you go to the show more options, here you can see the 200. That means your tag is perfectly working, and click the event data. Here you can find it out the all user data. You have to see first name, last name, country, city, code, email address, that is hash email, and phone are also looking here. So finally, we are set up Facebook conversion API, and you can say server side tracking perfectly. Thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next video with a new topic. Thank you.